Hi! Thank you so much for tuning in to your Written in the Stars February 2017 Horoscope. I'm so excited to see you. If we haven't met before, my name is Madeline, and if you're back, I really appreciate it and thank you so much. As usual, I'll be doing two different readings for you during this video. Your Horoscope, which is a really overarching look at the whole story for the month, and then a really laser-focused spread to give you some action steps to take and a theme to sort of focus on to make the most of your month. Of course, it's going to be Valentine's Day, and February is for lovers. And Venus, the planet of love and beauty, has just entered Aries, so I'm expecting things to really heat up, and we may see some of that in your reading. But you can also tune into your first ever Written in the Stars video horoscope to see where she's lighting up your chart specifically. So thank you again for tuning in. I hope you will let me know what you think of these horoscopes. I would love, love, love to hear from you, and I hope that it provides you some great insight and empowerment for the month. Without further ado, on to your reading. Hey, Scorpio. Thank you so much for joining me for your February 2017 horoscope. Let us see what is going on for you. What is evolving for Scorpio, February 2017. February. Oh. February 2017. February. Ooh. Wow, okay. Alrighty, Spirit. Okay, Scorpio, so here's where I should note that you're going to see me turn over any cards that come in upside down so that you can see the images and hear your own intuition, what they say about what you see in your cards. I'm an intuitive reader, so I do not read cards that come in upside down as arbitrarily negative or muted. If Spirit does give me an alternate message about the card, I definitely will share that with you, though. Okay, Scorpio, February 2017. Scorpio, February 2017. Scorpio, February 2017. Scorpio, February 2017. Okay. See all this, Scorpio? Alright. Okay, so no surprise, Scorpio, you come up as a couple of very powerful figures here. The King of Wands to start with, and you are a water sign, but he is a fiery soul, and so are you. I mean, you are considered the fire of the water elements. You know what I mean? You definitely have a sting. You can burn people. Spirit says that you're getting a little bit frustrated with somebody in your life who you feel like is not moving. Someone who is not moving forward, someone you feel like is sort of like holding themselves back. And that is sort of the most frustrating part for you. And it's someone that you love very much. So for some of you, this is a partner, like a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. Or for some of you, it's a family member, but it's someone that you really, really love deeply. And that is why it matters so much to you that they meet their potential. But here's the thing, Scorpio. What they're saying is you're being so intense about it that it's making this person feel sort of ashamed. And like they are not kind of like allowed to be on your level. And I'm sure that is not your intention to make anybody feel like cowed or like unworthy. But you do have a very intense way about you. Even just your aura is like, woof, like, dang, you can put up a freaking force field, or you can, like, again, burn people, really sting people like electricity. And maybe unintentionally, you're making somebody whom you love very much or whom you're very close to feel a little bit small. And okay, this is, wow, we're getting deep, Scorpio, which, you know, you're deep, so that makes sense. Spirit is saying that some of you are feeling this very intensely because you are seeing echoes of this person in yourself. Whether or not you are acknowledging this consciously, or like you've become conscious of this fact or not, remains, you know, that's entirely up to you, and who knows. But Spirit is saying that many of you, that is why it makes you so upset, is because you're like, wow, somewhere deep inside of me is the seed of somebody who is afraid to leave their comfort zone, and who is afraid to go beyond where I've already gotten. Like, sure, I'm a few rungs ahead of this person, but should I really be saying this when I have the same fears, or I have the same, you know, struggles? Spirit really wants you to liberate yourself. And it truly, Scorpio, if you want to liberate someone else, it's liberating yourself that begins that process. And that is true, like, across the board. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. But I guarantee if a couple of horses are standing around and they're thirsty, and one of the horses walks over to the water and starts drinking, the other will get the idea a lot faster than if you know, grabbed him by the reins with your teeth and tried to pull him with you to get the drink. All right, that is a bizarre image, but it's late at night, Scorpio, and that is the exact image that I tell you Spirit gave me. So here's something else really important, Scorpio. You've been indecisive about something for a while. You've been on the fence. You've been sort of experiencing some anxiety and some cyclical thoughts about something. And Spirit really wants you to, okay, here's a couple things. One is they want you to let go of the shame about that. Like, it's hard enough not knowing what to do and not making a decision, and then heaping some shame on top of it is just making it worse. And if anything, making it harder to actually come to a decision, because before you can even get to the decision, you have to sort through the bullshit that you've put on top of it. So just don't put the bullshit on top of it, okay? Forgive yourself for being anxious. Forgive yourself for being indecisive. Now, that being said, the time has come. The time has come to say, I'm doing this, yes or no. And here's the thing, Scorpio. If the thing that you want to do where it's like, yes or no, like, I'm doing this, this doesn't mean, if your thing is, I hate my job, I need out, it doesn't mean that you need to show up on Monday and quit your job. It means, okay, you know what? I have resolved within myself, I cannot do this job beyond, you know, summer 2017 or whatever. And today I begin my active, like, search to get out. So you start filing away, like, jobs that you could get. You start looking at the classes that you need to take to get to the career that you know you want to get. Or you start a side hustle because you know that you want to make some side income and start yourself something new. The plan begins. You begin. The only way to know whether or not something is going to work for you is to start it anyway. So you just need to start, Scorpio, and give it a go. You're a very brave sign, so I'm not worried about that. Like, you have the courage, and you're the sign of transformation, so you're willing to transform and go through things and evolve and grow. But here's the thing, Scorpio, you are a fixed sign. You're stubborn, you're hard to move, and I think you're willing to acknowledge that as anybody. So you're hard to move, but don't take my word for it, okay? You're coming up here again, as I said, as several powerful figures, one of whom is the Queen of Cups. And I'm feeling for a lot of you, and these are general readings, Scorpio, so if you do want to get more personal, if something is resonating for you and you want to get a little deeper, I would love to work with you one-on-one. I have linked my shop below if you're interested in that. But Spirit is saying that for some of you, you are this Queen of Cups character. The quiet, mysterious, introspective, and intuitive, like, natural empath who can see things for what they are when she kind of, like, turns off all the outside noise and tunes into herself. Like, she can sense whether something is good or bad for her, whether someone is good or bad for her. And for some of you, because again, general readings, This is a friend or loved one or family member who is very, as I said, naturally intuitive and empathic. And she is somebody who can give you the no bullshit, completely like, completely respectful, but completely without pity answer. And that is something that you can definitely respect, Scorpio. You want the pitiless, honest truth, and the Queen of Cups will give it to you. So either you need to look in the mirror and ask yourself, or you need to look to the friend that leaps into your intuition and imagination when I mention these qualities to you. She's going to help free you from those cyclical thoughts and help take a step to close that chapter on indecision and start down the path that you want to take. There's something beautiful waiting for you when you choose to leave behind the shit that is not working for you. This Eight of Cups here, this is all about walking away from things that have been there for too long. Things that used to really nourish you and give you what you needed, but they've grown stagnant. And it's time for you to go to where the source of all the water is and collect something new. And to see this followed by a fresh, beautiful, overflowing new cup of water, it's like, Scorpio, wow. You are going to get such amazing validation when you let go. When you let go of the indecision and the analysis paralysis and the waiting, and you just begin. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You just want to begin. You want to take steps, because every step, just like when you were a baby and you took your first steps, every step is going to be a step closer to learning. Every step is going to be affirming. When you fall on your butt as a baby, nobody says, well, she failed at walking. Well, I suppose she just never will walk. No, they knew that you were going to get back up again and keep going. So know that about yourself, Scorpio, and give yourself permission to do that. And that is going to be so empowering for you. Like, you have these struggles in February, but the end of the month is so empowering. Look, I don't want to sugarcoat the fact that walking away from something that used to really work for you is really hard. But it's going to be so great for you to get out of your comfort zone and to leave it behind and to seek something new. And it is going to be inspiring, again, for those of you that have that loved one who is kind of feeling trapped or kind of like keeping themselves boxed in, seeing you blaze a trail and become the emperor and really break through. This Ace of Swords is breakthroughs and honesty and saying what you want and getting what you want and cutting through the crap. And especially, Scorpio, your own crap. Because nobody can stop you but you. You're really the one with the formidable soul who can keep you from getting what you want. But you're ready. You're ready to be the emperor, to be the boss, to be the authority, to be like, for some of you, it's like, again, like I said about side hustle, like some of you, it's like, I'm going to do my own damn thing. I'm going to be my own boss. I'm going to have my business, or I'm going to have my blog, or I'm going to have my whatever it is. I'm a chef, like, and I'm going to have my own restaurant. That's what Spirit just said. You're going to run the show, and you're going to break through in February when you let go, let go, let go, let go of fear, let go of anxiety, let go of like, what if it goes wrong, and just say, I'm committed to it, knowing that things are going to go wrong, knowing that there are going to be mistakes, knowing that there are going to be redos and fuck ups. I'm going to go for it. And when you do that, Scorpio, you're freaking unstoppable. Okay. So now let's look at a couple more specifics and get into your fiercely focused spread, where we get a theme for your month and some action steps that you can take. Okay. So what is for the highest good of Scorpio in February 2017, Spirit? What is the theme and what is the best for them to know, understand, or invoke in February 2017? Beautiful. The star. Hope. Renewal. Optimism. Scorpio, it's out there for you. It's out there for you. And let's look at the rest of your cards. But just getting your first reading, that breakthrough, that honest discussion with yourself that you think you want to have with a loved one, but really if you turned around all those questions and even accusations on yourself, you would have a much more fruitful conversation. You're being drawn somewhere really special. So have that conversation with yourself. Ooh, wow. Okay, so these are action steps that you can take for the different realms of your life. And Pentacles are the material realm, the earthly, the physical, the monetary and financial. And for you, first, Spirit is talking about new security, even like promotions. So for some of you that are afraid of stepping down a certain path because you think it might not be like financially feasible, there's a real opportunity for security and new opportunities, new jobs, and better money, better security, better living situation, better quality of life. And I mean, to see the star with that new security, it's just like, damn, really trust your faith. Really trust where your intuition is guiding you. It's guiding you somewhere safe. Be patient. Okay, now let's see what you're thinking in February 2017, or how you're communicating. Ooh, wow. Okay, same card, different deck. You remember the nice lady with the crossed swords, that analysis paralysis. So here, Spirit really just wants to remind you and warn you, like, hey, don't be so stuck on deciding that you don't decide anything. Don't cross both opportunities in front of you so that you take neither one, all right? It's important for you to move forward in February. Or at least I should say, because everything's within your free will, Scorpio. You can do whatever you want, but you will benefit if you decide to move forward on something in February. Whether or not it even comes to complete fruition, you will benefit. Okay, so now let's see. Woo, gosh. Spirit is just throwing them down for you, Scorpio. So what you'll be feeling and how you'll be relating in February 2017, you are going to mourn something. And it's natural to mourn the old way of living, Scorpio. So remember that card of you walking away from the 8 cups and toward the source. This card is very similar. You're looking down, mourning what didn't work out, or what didn't work out exactly as you hoped it would, or what is removed from your life when you make this decision to go after something new, because, you know, there's always that exchange. You take on more work and more money, you lose a little more leisure time or a little more relaxation because your mind is more engaged. So even when it's something you want, you may lose a little something. So that's natural and that's okay. Mourn if you need to, but don't be so stuck looking at what's not working that you stumble backward and knock over what's still here and what's still standing upright and waiting for you. And when Spirit comes into your life and kicks over your cup, Scorpio, it's because what was in there would have poisoned you if you were to keep drinking from it. It wasn't good for you anymore, and I feel like if you look inside yourself, you know that that's true. That it was poisoning you, that it wasn't making you well, it was making you slow. And the other thing about this card is to notice that, okay, sure, your cups have knocked over and they're empty, but here's the stream, this beautiful, clear, open stream running by that you can fill up these cups with new stuff, greater stuff, healthy stuff for you, okay? So please know that everything is infinite, Scorpio. You have not been cut off from anything, even if you don't get an outcome that you want in February. Okay. And finally, let's look at what's lighting you up and giving you energy, setting you on fire in February 2017. Wow, that's nice. Victory. It's so interesting because you have the analysis paralysis and the grief, and it's like Spirit's trying to say, yeah, you have to get through this shit, just like in your first reading, you have to get through this, but then there is security and victory. And not just victory, Scorpio, but like public acknowledgement and accolades, like applause, or again, Spirit is saying promotion for some of you Scorpios. Like promotion, more money, more security, better place to live, a legacy that you can hand on to other people or that other people benefit from. There is just warmth and happiness waiting for you. And it does come in exchange of letting go, but it's of letting go of things that already weren't working for you. So really, you're winning in this whole game, Scorpio. As usual, you usually find a way to win. I hope this is helpful for you, Scorpio, and please let me know in the comments if it is, or if anything rang bells for you, or hit me up on social media and follow me there. That would be awesome. You can also check out your horoscopes on my blog. They're at writteninthestars.co, or you can find the new video horoscopes here on my channel as well. I'm really excited about that. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that this helps you have a fantastic month, and I hope to see you in March. Thanks, Scorpio.